Christmas Eve. When I woke up this morning, I didn't even realize it. The last time I celebrated the holiday was before the divorce, and even then, I don't remember much. Today, as in recent years, I celebrated the awful occasion quietly at the bar. Not a soul was there. I sat there, sipped on something cheap, jotted a few notes down on a napkin, and threw them all out. It's good to be back. The new light above my table is a great improvement from the last. With all this darkness around me, I feel less alone. In a way, I love to get up and waltz about in it, pivoting and pulling to the rhythm of it all. Then back to me, Robert Kropp. The grain. Now what, I wonder, do I mean by that? I suppose I mean those things worth having when all the dust has, when all my dust has settled. I close my eyes and try to imagine them. This table, the light above it, these tapes, my boy. Listening to an old tape, passages at random. I neglected to check the register, but if I were to guess, it must have been recorded nearly 20 years ago. At that time, I think I was still living with Bianca on Keeter Street. Hopeless business. Regretfully, I avoid much about her apart from her eyes. I revisited them again today, like never before. Incomparable, like jade, like emerald, like chrysolite. Oh well, it's hard to believe we were ever that young, any of us. The voice I had, Jesus, and the aspirations, the resolutions, plans for a less absurd life. Last illness of his father, flagging pursuit of happiness, unattainable laxation, sneers at what he calls his youth, and thanks God that's over. What remains of all that misery but the shadow from a setting moon? How absurd. Looking back, spiritually one of profound gloom. In my youth, I experienced time vicariously until I realized that it happened to me, too. It's a circle that tightens around me with each passing day, spiraling down. I've held tight to the ballast of memories that make up my life's worth beginning to slip. No longer do I feel under control of my own spiral, anchored by gravity and driven by its own inertia. Useless. Just a few years ago, I wrote a letter to my boy. A while since I'd seen him. Thought maybe he'd want to see a movie or go to a show. Talk. Waited for a reply and never got one. Still don't know whether he got that letter, but I never tried again. Figured I'd spare him the pestering, drunk father story. But sometimes I like to imagine a life in which I was by my son's side for him. Oh, how I long to soak up his tears with my shirt, to chart the stars so he can rattle them. God, how I long for that. How I long for that. Oh, well, look at that. Midnight. Merry Christmas. I never knew such silence. The earth might be uninhabited. Now the day is over. Night is drawing nigh. Shadows of the evening steal across the sky. Here I end this reel. Time 12:04. Date December 25th, 2020.
Hi, Dad. just came from your funeral. It was a nice service. I'm ashamed to say I fell asleep during the homily. It was a boring one anyway. It's old Miss McGlome's rendition of "Oh Holy Night" was the one that woke me up. I'm surprised that it didn't do the same to you. Mom came. It's been a while since I've seen her. Maybe August of last year? Maybe the year before that. I don't know. She looked good. Older, but good. She misses you, you know? She would never admit to it, but she does. I can see it. Good. I did get that letter that she sent me. It's hard to read and probably even harder to write. I can't imagine. You know, I keep trying to think of an excuse for me to get rid of it. You know? I was busy. I forgot about it. But the truth is, I just threw it away. I didn't even try to read it. I just tossed it in the trash. Not a day goes by where I don't regret it, I swear. Not a day goes by where I don't regret it. Especially now. Especially now. But I never wanted to be you. I did everything in my power to avoid it. To chart my own course. To be my own person. But that's not how it works. We're one and the same. You and I. I hate you for that. For being in my blood. For being in my blood. God, I can't help but feel grateful. I heard happiness and pain in your voice. Echoes of lives lost and regained again. That terrible loneliness. That terrible, terrible loneliness. I think about that now, and I think about you and me. Two souls floating around in a cosmic sea of cause and effect. all that vastness, you're out there, broadcasting your signals, waiting for my reply. I hear you. I hear you. I love you.
Well, the night is gone, and the shadows clear. When I hear my song, the grave beneath, see what you want. But I'm the rising tide. I'm the force of God. I'm 1,000 lives. But is it heaven up there? Is it heaven up there? Is it heaven up there?